What's up, Craig? Thanks for showing up to work today.
What is your hot take, Craig?
No, we started a little late for what you used to, Craig.
Yeah, too late, Craig.
I think we pay you good enough.
Listen, the world was trying to stop us from doing episode 7. They didn't no, we can't continue.
Exactly, man. It's funny that this is the episode that you're with. Okay. Jesus. Okay. You ready?
As ready as I can ever be.
Ready as I ever be. Love that song. Yo, what's up? I'm Chase.
And Ace.
And welcome back to the Anime Cafe.
Boopity boop.
Wow, we did it! We did it!
I know
the world
didn't want us to do it.
The world did not want us to do it.
We're breaking past our limit.
Yes. And this Super Saiyan? Is this how it feels like?
I think it is.
I
feel like we've been screaming for the last couple. Was it like the last 6 weeks?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Breakthrough.
But yeah, man, it's 2026.
I don't lie to people. It's 2027. We made it here.
We finally made it. Yeah, so we finally made episode 7. In case you guys did not know, the last time we did the podcast, we only got up to episode 6. Before we just took a little break.
Yeah.
But now we finally came back. Reboot Brotherhood. We are here on episode 7. How was your
feeling better? My voice is
feeling better.
Coming. I'm at 90%. Yeah.
Nice. Your week been good besides that?
Oh, my week has been amazing. From the time this is going out, this is probably gonna be old, but John Cena. He said, "Fuck the kids." Bro. I never knew I needed to hear that in my life. I needed him to say, fuck those Make-A-Wish kids.
How do you personally, Ace, feel about that?
I'm with John Cena.
You're with
even though he called
Make-A-Wish kids? To be clear, that's what you want to promote on the podcast. The sick and dying children, fuck them kids. To be clear, I'm just trying to make sure I understand what we're promoting.
I'm with John Cena. That's all I'm gonna say.
Hey man, I'm with John Cena on most things. 99% of things. But I gotta respect the dying children.
Nah, because I seen the promo came out. Did you see the promo?
No, that's what I was talking about once. I haven't watched it.
Damn. I wish you could watch it right now, but it's I think 9 minutes, but it's a pretty good promo. First, he was kind of shaky towards the beginning. I was like, oh, this not gonna sell. This not gonna land. And then he started cooking. And I think we were off air when we was talking about it. You was talking about John Cena was off and on with the one fiance, right?
Oh, Nikki.
Yep. Apparently he went heel and now they're back talking together.
Oh, really?
Yeah. He's like, what this WWE?
She's still in the WWE?
I gotta think about this. I don't think she is, but he was like, John Cena was like, you know what? WWE took a lot out of my life. I'm taking everything back. I'm walking off in this bitch with the belt.
As he should.
My King John Cena.
These two win the belt, beat Ric Flair. Ric Flair was talking wild. Did you see that?
Oh yeah.
He was like, "Nah, man. Some things is not meant to be broken." I was like, "Ric Flair, you better be careful. I will stop you myself." Yeah.
We'll go on stage and help John Cena.
Exactly. Things will be getting wicked. I will get in that ring to make sure John wins this belt.
Listen, all I need John Cena, if you're listening to this, or WE, and you're listening to this, all I need John Cena to do to cook Cody Rhodes is say like I've been here loyal to the brand for 20 plus years. You just switched sides recently. I think that was just like they usually don't try to bring up AEW, but like if he says some shit like that, that
I'm not gonna lie. I feel like if he said that, people will like pick it apart really quickly.
How so?
It's kind of like John, regardless, John Cena had like the opportunity and like the privilege to not ever feel like he had to leave. Cody Rhodes was out here trying to make Stardust work.
I mean, like John Cena had Thugonomics.
Yeah, but Thugonomics was cool. Cody never had a Thugonomics for real. He had Dashing Cody, Stardust Cody. What was it when he had the mask on, the clear mask? It was like, was that Dashing? I don't know. He's like, don't hit me. Like he had like all of these gimmicks that like wasn't the coolest that he made work. They were all like decent to good. But I could definitely see him being like, you know what? Y'all not really appreciating me. Maybe it's time for me to do something else. Like imagine having to be Stardust, which is just like an off-brand of your brother's thing.
But at that point, that Cody would just be proving his point because he was like, bro, once the crowd, the universe doesn't want you anymore, you old news like John Cena. He was like, bro, I'm doing this for me. Fuck the fans. I stayed here through my darkest days. You left and came
John? What's John's darkest days?
Before he was
the 2010s?
No, the early
before Thugonomics?
Yes.
He was fine. It didn't last that long. What was the time period?
Thugonomics didn't start to like 02. I think Thugonomics was like 02, 04.
Thug life. Hold on. There's so many gem here.
Yeah, because people were making the case like John Cena does have a point. He was like, fans didn't really like him when he came on the scene. Only when he started winning, then they started liking him.
No, people don't like him. Thugonomics. And that's why that right. It was only 3 years. People hated him during Super Cena. But it was like the second that John was no longer like abundantly in your face all the time. It was like his United States title run, the Open Challenge, around that time period. So about like 2015, 2016. That I think people were like everyone were like, hey man, we're John Cena guys, in my opinion. Well, of course, people liked him always. He would have been.
Oh yeah, because when he was like, what was it? The Prototype.
Yeah, so he joined. So he started wrestling in 1999.
Yeah, I think that was the Prototype.
And then he was Thugonomics in 2002.
Right, yeah.
To 2005. And then he was, John Cena after that. But yeah, I'm just saying he had a long time to be that nigga versus Cody, but Cody's younger. How old is
Cody?
These people be wrestling when they're super old. Actually, I don't know how old Cody was. When was Cody Rhodes? So yeah, Cody Rhodes was Stardust as
Cody is 38. 39, I'm at. So
yeah, he was about 30 years old in 2014. So yeah, I could understand, man. Now, I do think John should definitely say something about, him jumping ship. But just to be on Cody's side, just a little bit. I'm sorry, John, just for a tiny bit. Just a tiny bit of time. I could understand being like, I am like 30 years old, and y'all like, I feel like I keep on taking like 15 steps back. Stardust is a crazy gimmick to give him when he's like finally hitting his 30s. He's 39 now. That's a crazy turnaround in 10 years. Stardust to company.
You see what I'm talking about? He's like he did kind of shoot up pretty fast. Honestly, I thought LA Knight was going to be a face, but I'm not mad at it.
It looks weird.
Bro, we need John Cena to win so we can add Homelander Cody in the future. That's what we need. That's what the culture wants. Damn. That just reminded me. My bad. I took up the whole first part. I was just thinking about that for the longest.
This guy. We got a lot of news too. Oh my god, how are we gonna balance this? Let's read some comments. Let me just do it from my computer. I'm too lazy. We got some. Let's see. I don't remember what I read last time. Hopefully I don't repeat. So, Daya 560 commented, "What kind of description is that for Bleach? Ace got robbed." Ace got robbed?
Yeah. Oh yeah. That was. I was like, what is he talking about? I did get robbed. That was so much fun.
To be fair to Jam, Jam did say
when you confuse a Bleach fan on the summary of Bleach, you cooked up something horrible.
Chase API, I love that guy. Play the goat sound effect. Says, oh, well, I'm gonna read this. I don't know what up with my audio this episode. My bad.
I was like, why are you reading this?
Look, man, it's been a long day. Metal Hater 1 commented, "We are open now." He sounded so confident. P.S. Plot is life. It is. And
see,
then
look. Metal Hater. He's on episode 4 now. He's slowly in there.
I'll keep this one around for a little longer.
And if he makes it past the episode 4, we know he's a keeper because that's the plot episode. Yeah.
Thanks. If you can make it past the plot episode, you're a real sicko. You're a real Café sicko.
You're a real customer.
You're a real customer. You're a regular at this point. And then lastly, we got Midas V1 who says, "The callback to the Witches anime is hilarious. Luminous Witches, love the anime. Also, what a pull from Chase guessing Tokyo Ghoul with Saints Guild. Thank you. I know. So when Jem described the Tokyo Ghoul one, in my head, I'm like, man, just my vast knowledge of animes and mangas, hundreds of thousands of them. There's just so many to pick through. And when you watch as much as I do, you have to really start, weeding through them to find the specific anime
that one was very clear.
Possibly could have done. Hey, not for everyone watching at home. So that's why it was just like a skill thing, Midas. You may understand. You seem like a big anime fan. So when he said it, I had to think, had to lean back, had to really understand the options. And then through my pure skill, hard work, dedication, I got the answer from just in here. Just this little dome that I got. And of course, answered Tokyo Ghoul, sent it to Jam, got the question correct. So just on day's work. This is why we do what we do. We train for days like these on the Anime Cafe when we gotta answer questions about anime. Thank you for your comments. Cool. Man, so many news. Sure.
I do want to
just what?
Before we get into news. No, actually, this can be a part of the news. Just keep going.
I'm trying to think if I no, but just say this is gonna be a long first section. I'm sorry. So the first thing I did want to also bring up. I have to take my fandom hat off for a second, hang it up, and talk negatively about Kendrick fans. I guess Kendrick, just a tiny bit, and you know, I think Drake fans got a point for once.
For what?
Kendrick is just a little too much of a hypocrite for my liking. When they were doing the diss tracks, and Kendrick was going like this little angle of kind of posturing Drake as this really bad person, and him as like this good alternative. I felt like it was kind of crazy based off the people Kendrick hang out with.
What does that mean?
Huh?
What does that mean?
He hangs out with woman beaters and terrible people all the time. And he just not released, but Cardi, I believe, released, you know, his album where Kendrick is on one of his songs calling Cardi his evil twin in a happy and giddy way. And a lot of Kendrick fans love to reference the line, Kendrick is not your savior, he never agreed to be one, whatever. But I feel like it's less about having to be someone's role model and savior in this instance. More just about like be consistent on things. Like you can't.
I don't see the inconsistency.
If I'm over here talking about, yeah, man, I believe a woman's rights. I don't like woman beaters, and I'll go over here and collab with a woman beater.
When did he say he doesn't like woman beaters?
What are you? Hold on. What are you talking about? What are you talking about?
That's what I have to say. When did he say he didn't like women beaters? He just said he never beat his wife.
No.
Or his fiance.
Kendrick is quite literally is very pro women's rights. I don't think you could be pro women's rights and then collab with women beaters. Well, I think you're legitimately like a hypocritical asshole if you do some shit like that.
Okay.
Like you can have consistency on things you say. You don't have to be a perfect person. I'm not saying you could quite literally. I don't know. Fucking. What's like a.
I'm gonna save this point.
Go ahead.
So you wouldn't want him to hang out with them. So you wouldn't want him to be a better influence on them, and maybe guide them.
You don't have to be friends with them. Like this is like we're not talking about. We're not talking about like, hey man, you should try to be a better person. That's like me saying like, yeah man, I really don't like how people talk about Jewish people, and I don't like hang out with. If I hang out with Nick Fuentes or even Kanye at this point, like these people.
That's
like
another
terrible.
thing I want to talk about.
No. These are like terrible. Oh, okay, sorry. That's not why.
Keep going.
But these are like terrible people in my opinion. Or like if I'm here and I do support trans people, I'm not gonna be hanging out with all these transphobic streamers because I think they're terrible people. Even if I do want them to change, I'm not gonna have them change with me being friends with them, me being buddy with them, and me collabing with them. I think they could change as a person, and once I feel like they actually down that change, then sure, we can maybe, dap up, do whatever the fuck we want to do together. But before that, I'm not gonna like be over here saying, yeah man, it's kind of fucked up how you guys talk about trans people, gay people, etc., while you guys are actively living a life of trashing all these type of people in your content.
It's hard to say because it's like one extreme to another.
How so?
Because how long ago was it that Cardi did that?
Let's see.
because it's like it feels like something that just happened and like but it feels like something that happened a few years back. You don't know when
it's happened in 2023.
Oh, never mind.
And not only that, oh man, I forgot how extreme it was. This nigga choked out his pregnant girlfriend. Like, no. This is crazy. It's crazy to me. And I love Kendrick, man.
You know what's funny?
My favorite artist.
What's up? Kendrick probably sent him the track a while back. He was like, nah. Bro out here acting crazy. Because once you seen the audio,
it's crazy. Like he was checking out his pregnant wife, bro. You over here calling him your evil twin. That's crazy to me.
Let's just say this. There's both bad elements towards them. Because we're not gonna pretend like Drake is.
Yeah. But the whole argument that Drake fans had in the first place was that it's crazy that Kendrick is calling Drake out when Kendrick is also a bad person. And my argument has always been you can still call out bad people even if you yourself don't do necessarily good things all the time. But then Kendrick fans are now doing the exact same type of argument towards Drake fans as pretty much saying the exact same thing. I'm like, well, hold on now. Let's all take a step back for a second. Let's all take a step back and realize they're both not the greatest people in the world. I will say I think Kendrick is better, but I still think they're both not the greatest people in the world. And not only this one is way like less aggressive, which is why I didn't want to bring it up first. But now that I got my main take out, I did also want to mention this. The fact that Kendrick went after this dude for being a deadbeat father and like loves hanging out with all these deadbeat fathers is also crazy to me. But I understand you got to get your disses out. But yeah, that was it. I just need to talk to my Kendrick fans out there real quick.
You didn't see the text messages yet? Did you?
Which text? And also Kanye. Sorry, continue. What's that?
So they leaked out some of Drake's texts. Someone hacked the account that he knew, and they went back and they was talking to Drake back and forth about some stuff, and it kind of like exposed some stuff. But anyways,
hey, man,
what did he say? He said
we do something for me.
What did he say about LeBron? He called them. He called somebody. Drake called somebody gay.
I'm kidding. He said he likes to take up the look. I'm sorry.
Nah, he called somebody want to be LA NBA gay boy or something like that. I seen the text. I'm pretty sure. NBA gay boy.
NBA gay boy kind of goes hard.
All right, let's talk about Kanye right quick.
Imagine. I don't even know how I would react to someone. Like if I was arguing with someone and they like fuck up NBA gay boy, I'd be like, whoa, what the fuck?
No, it's not even arguing with them. He's just talking like it's me and your private messages, and it's like, bro, what?
Anything else you want to say about Kendrick or Drake before we go to Kanye?
No, we gotta talk about brother Kanye.
So I don't know what you're about to mention. I just want to mention this thing real quick. Obviously, I kind of hinted at the fact that bro was hanging out with Nazis again. I personally was never that big of a fan of Kendrick, of Kanye, and so all of this it's very easy for me to just be like, yeah, he's kind of just a loser. But I do want to say it feels like he's really angry at the fact that he is not like the face of hip hop anymore, and it's like crashing out because of it.
Keep going.
And well, no, you can go because the next thing was about his daughter.
Oh, what the fuck? Okay, anyway, we talked about this before. How far can college dropout, Jesus walk, graduation get you? Kanye is really like
they're all mid. I mean,
you didn't grow up during that time. You don't understand.
They're all mid, guys. Can I get an amen in the chat? They're all mid.
You should have saved that take for later. Anyways, it's just like
bro
needs some help.
Can I get an amen? Sorry,
bro needs some help. He needs his mom or somebody in his life. This is not even like a crash out. This is just like a kid trying to get some attention. It's like sad. We're out here like with a swastika chain. I'm like, what are you doing? What'd you have to say about his kids?
No, it's just recently him and Kim K got into an argument because either he went to work on a song or he went to release a song.
Oh, he took his kids to Tokyo?
No, he did a song with Diddy. And they have what's it called? They have copyright over their kids' names that Kardashian has. She was like, yeah, man, I'm not willing to like take the copyright off so you can release a song with Diddy involved.
Alright, to be fair,
crashed out about it. I was like, I would take you to court over this.
To be fair, out of pure business wise, do you know how many people are gonna listen just because? How much money you could just make off that song alone? It doesn't have to be good. People just like, what the fuck did they just make?
I think
the clicks you would get,
at least based off of the comments so far, I think people who don't mind never hearing the song. I mean, look, man, bro just dropped recently and didn't even realize he did until
Vulture
someone made a joke about how he dropped and no one cared about it. No, I thought it was called Bully.
Oh yeah, that one. I forgot because I didn't know when he released it.
See,
I know he was working on. That's the one he was working on in Japan. I was like,
yeah, yo, Dot, I got you. Okay, is that it? We should move on.
Okay,
from this first part, let's get to the news. Woo! Pew, 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 pew.
You can't shoot people.
My bad. Pew, 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 pew.
That's better.
Pew. Okay, cool. We are here for the news. How is he suddenly find all these news when it's my turn?
I mean, like, I don't see no problem with it.
But you don't. Disney's Twisted Wonderland, the animation. I heard about this years ago. What the fuck? I thought it's been now. Sorry.
No, I just
Disney
heard about
Twisted Wonderland.
Keep going. Actually, this might
Disney Twisted Wonderland, the animation reveals teaser visual for season 1 will be available exclusively on Disney Plus. A teaser visual for season 1 of Disney Twisted Wonderland, the animation episode of Heart Syllabule has been released. Additionally, it has been announced that the stage event for Disney Twisted Wonderland, the animation at Anime Japan 2025 on March 22nd will be streamed on Disney Plus official YouTube channel. This is about villains, right?
That's what I thought.
I'm not gonna lie.
That's what I thought, like, about the villain part.
Yeah.
Oh wait. The creator of Black Butler. It's credited as the concept creator.
Oh man.
Yeah, this was like, whoa.
By 2029, there's gonna be like a new influx of anime fans who's like, this shit is the thing that got them initiated I'm happy for y'all out there. But I'm not gonna lie, I'm not a big fan of
game.
That's the show. It's gonna be anime.
No, keep reading that towards the bottom. Designer for the it's an upcoming game, huh?
No, hold on.
Yeah, it might be both, but this is like credit the.
No. Okay, it's a game that they're adapting to a 3-season anime, and the anime will be premiering.
No, I want to say this, Chase. Off the cover, do you know any of these Disney? I could not tell you one
of the 3.
Yeah, off this 3.
Can't
even like think of who they.
Let's get a Zoo Man. I don't think these are like real. I don't think these are based off Disney villains.
They're supposed to be like the.
They're right here. Yeah, these are not Disney villains. Riddle Rosehearts, Ace Trapola, Deuce Spade, Tree Clover, Cater Diamond, Dire Crowley, and Grimm. Yeah, at best, these.
Crowley sounds familiar. I think they're supposed to be the kids of the villains. Who's Crowley?
They can't be the kids. We already got Descendants, man. Who doesn't love Descendants? I love Descendants. My sister loves Descendants. Well, I can't say that. She's grown older.
Yo, can we?
She's old now.
Instead of this, can we get a why am I blanking on this game name? Kingdom Hearts anime?
No.
No, we're not gonna make another confusing anime like Fate.
We would not be doing that.
Yo, okay. I don't know. Like if Kingdom Hearts anime might go in.
It could.
Might be what the culture needs.
What else do we want? Well, damn, all these titles do sound good. Fuck, jam. Next up, we got Free Reign. Free Reign. What's the title? Free Reign was Anime of the Year on the 11th trending awards. I have no idea what that is, but it's one. The top 5 is Free Reign Beyond Journey's End from Madhouse, with 10,000 votes. Number 2, we got The Dangers in My Heart. Never heard of it in my life. I clicked on it, nothing showing up. Let me Google it real quick. It looks like a romance anime. I mean, it looks cute. Then we got Don Dedan at number 3. We got Making Too Many Losing Heroines at number 4. Do these people like know about? I know this one because this blue-haired girl could use it for one of the D&D.
No, see, we had
her
as an option for a movie club one night, and I was like, let's do this one because I keep seeing her, but we chose I think we chose Yo Boy Kind Ming, my bro.
I don't think that was one of the options.
It was one of the options. Pocket Theory Diaries. It was.
No, this was Making Too Many Losing Heroines. No. Yeah.
Oh, that one. Oh, I thought you were talking about the other one.
No, the Apothecary Diaries was number 5. I'm just gonna say that these guys snowball because this is a crazy top 5 for me. Classroom of the Elite season 3 was at number 17. Anime Movie of the Year, Spy Family Code White. I've yet to watch that. I need to watch it. Studio Ghibli did not win. What's his name? Who owns Studio Ghibli?
I have no idea. Oh,
Studio.
We didn't talk about the one thing, Jay.
Ghibli, huh?
The one thing we can talk about it after the news if you want to.
Oh no, what's his name? Hayao Miyazaki. Yeah, bro's gonna have a fucking hissy fit about this. Anime Trending Awards, count your days. And that's all that I can see. The first slam dunk, whatever the fuck that is. Congratulations, Free Reign. Dan Dan wins opening of the year on the 11th Trending Awards. Hell yeah, brother. No, that's fair. I really do like their theme song. Let's see. Creepy Nuts. Yeah. Oh, yeah, I know the anime. What's it called? Mashal.
Marsh.
It's so, man, I'm surprised it didn't win. It started off strong, but Otonoke, I guess it kind of gives the same feel. And it's also a better song in my opinion. So yeah. That's all I recognize, honestly. Yeah. What about the One Piece guy? Burning. No, I wish your films are like ending themes. Do you can you name any ending themes?
The only ones that really come to mind that I can't really name are the ones like Inuyasha's. Those come to mind when I think of good ending themes. What else? That's an open. No, not really.
Yeah, so I knew this since I've been young, but like, it always just hits me sometimes how much I know nothing about like ending themes. So sometimes when I'll be looking up like all the One Piece theme songs in order or whatever, they'll do ending themes instead. And I'm listening. I'm like, what are the? I've never heard these songs in my life. And I realized I really
click the next video immediately.
With the credits roll, I'm like the next one. See, I just realized I really don't listen to ending themes. There could be like a really banger one out there that I just don't know about. The only one oh wait, was that the intro? I want to say it was the ending. Was
which one?
Oh fuck me! What's the name of it? The motorcycle, the headless motorcycle person.
Ben.
Oh, Durara. Yeah. Durara. Yeah, I'm pretty sure like they're iconic. Like everyone's standing on one side, holding each other like a tower. I want to see that was the outro. If that's the outro, that's my favorite outro because it's the only one.
Hear Me Out. She's kind of bad.
Mm-hmm.
What was it, Sally?
Oh yeah, motorcyclist.
Yeah.
Next up, we got Toei Animation at MLB Seattle Mariners announced One Piece Night collab for April 8th. I can watch that.
You don't watch
anything but find the One Piece.
You don't watch
me and my buddy are trying to get into baseball.
No, you had this whole argument with me. Talking about like baseball is boring.
It is. I said try. Did you not hear the keyword try there? I've tried to get to baseball multiple times. I just find the sport boring. But yeah. What I do for the? I'll read the first paragraph. MLB Seattle Mariners, and Toei Animation announced a collab for One Piece Night at T-Mobile Park on April 8th, 2025. During the Mariners game against the Houston Astros, the event will feature a demonstration of the One Piece card game and a special commemorative. Fuck me, I cannot read today. One Piece Seattle Mariners t-shirt for ticket holders. Love to see it. Let's see that shirt.
I'm gonna say this.
Does look kind of
you want people to, yeah, it does look good. If you want people to get into the card game, don't go to a baseball game. Most people at baseball games are drunk.
I used to have a shit ton of baseball cards. What happened to them?
I don't think I've ever had baseball. I only had basketball cards, Yu-Gi-Oh cards, and Pokemon cards, and Digimon cards, and Yu-Yu Hakusho cards as well.
I used to have Naruto cards. Those were kind of hard.
Those trash.
Here there's still a thing.
And Dragon Ball.
I'm not sure if like they went away and came back. Same for One Piece though. I used to have One Piece cards. This was single digits
because they were
for me. So I'm not sure if they like went away and came back or like.
They redid the game. They had to redo the whole game.
I had an Usopp one that I was in love with. I guess I was always an Usopp fan. I feel like I don't have memories of this, but I guess I was always an Usopp guy. Cool. And then last but not least for news, We got Solo Leveling. There we go. Thank you. You clicked on it and it instantly covered the title. Solo Leveling overtakes One Piece and Demon Slayer as the most rated anime on Crunchyroll. Are you king? Solo Leveling has officially overtaken One Piece and Demon Slayer, Kimetsu no Yaiba as the most rated anime on Crunchyroll following the premiere of episode 11 of the show's second season. At the time of this writing, Solo Leveling has over 594,500 ratings on the website. It leaves behind One Piece at 594.4K and Demon Slayer at 587K. I'm not gonna lie, I'm not sure what this means. Like, has a higher rating or just like more people rated it? Just more people rated it?
I think more people just rated it.
That's impressive, I guess. I mean, 2 seasons.
I'm like, if you already rated some of these other series before.
Why does it look like that? Cool. That's it for the actual written news. Thank you, Jam. Always find this on.
No. That's not it. That's not it. I have some news.
That's more like gems. Yeah, I said written news. I want to think gem first before we go off the cuff.
Yo, this is Jam's one. We're going wild when he's not here.
Do you want me to go Sonic first, or you want to do yours first?
You go Sonic first.
Okay. Recently, Sonic and DC had a little crossover comic. And man, the agendas that they pushed in this comic is insane. First of all, fucking Sonic being faster than Flash is very funny to me. But of course, I'll take it. Hold on, where's the bookmarks at? Goddamn, I bookmarked a lot of stuff. Here it is. Oh yeah. This was a bar I liked between Flash and Sonic. Flash said, "I'm Speed reincarnated," and Sonic said, "Then I'm Speed perfected," and then like fucking left him in the dust. It was crazy.
Damn.
I was like, "Okay, Sonic. Okay." I didn't know you had it like that. Fucking Knuckles like one-shotted Darkseid Sun. I'm like, what the fuck is happening in this comic? Oh man. But yeah, it was just
this is unnecessary gas.
Sonic turned into some blades.
Yeah, I don't see Mario doing it.
I don't. Where's Mario? I don't see Mario one-shotted Darkseid Sun. And then the last little thing was just Sonic and Flash calling each other Blue and Red. It was very, very nice to read every single time. But yeah, just something tiny that if you guys are a fan of comics, you should go check it out.
And if you're not, you should go still check it out.
Yeah, Sonic needs to help. let them have more breathing room to make Frontiers 2 a better game.
All right, so my piece of news. Some people may already know this, but the God of War has been greenlight for 2 seasons on Prime Videos. Chase, you know about the God of War series?
Yeah.
You enjoy the series?
Yeah.
I'm gonna take that.
I think it's fine. I don't think I like it anywhere near as much as other people like it.
So the showrunner, Donald D. Moore, said he couldn't figure out how to play the game. I'm not a gamer. How are you gonna make the fucking series?
I appreciate the writing.
Some of the best parts of the games is the mechanics.
Yeah, you can watch a let's play of it.
I don't know. This is not looking good for God of War. I want it to be good, especially if it's two seasons. That season 1 has to be like God of War 1, season 2 God of War 2. Ain't no way they
Season
do 2
3, God of War
seasons
3.
being. Ain't no way they do 2 seasons just to be God of War 1.
Never know, man. Maybe they just really want to break down God of War 1.
Want to really milk this shit?
Really want to just
Get
explore
10 seasons,
and the movie.
bro. That'd be hype. God of War live action movie.
Man.
Anyways,
I watched
that's the news I had.
Platforms. Is there anything else?
Sorry, the Pistons just beat the fucking Heat.
Man.
That's news.
Oh man.
Yeah. Game winner shot.
Who's basketball with this guy?
I just want to bring it up because the announcer said like, "Oh, with the lucky shot." Wow, you have to throw that in. Okay.
The funny thing about basketball, as a Nuggets fan, this past decade, Jokic has been the best player. So of course I've been getting more and more smug. People love blowing up my DMs or my phone, my text messages whenever the Nuggets lose. And it's just so crazy to me how silent my phone gets the second that their team goes up against the Nuggets. And then
what's so funny?
Suddenly they just like forget my number. I be texting too, like, hey man, so that's kind of tough. I don't see a text for two days.
Who are you talking about?
But they know. They listen. They know.
You know what? It's so funny you say that because last night I seen the score versus Nuggets versus Lakers. I was like, should I say something in the trade? I was like, it's not worth it. I don't really care that much.
You could have. I mean, I didn't watch it. I know. Look, we already won one game without Jokic and Jamal. I wasn't expecting us to go back to back with just with the and friends of the different Nuggets.
No, they're like, yo, see, Luka can beat the Nuggets.
I hope. My biggest hope. There's two things I want to do in this playoffs because I still think the Nuggets can at least make the conference finals, and depending on who's there, I think they can make it to the finals. I would love to beat the Warriors because that's the one team they have yet to get their get back on in these playoffs. I would love for Laker fans to just get the wrong idea and then for the Nuggets to beat them in the playoffs again. I would love it. So I hope they think that they're on top now. After losing 57 games in a row, I hope they think just because they won 2 that this is it. They have finally overcame the Nugget problem.
I do want to know what people seeing in the comments if they're into sports. Who fan base is more in the ruts right now? Mavericks or Browns fans? Because I don't know. It's like a tie right now.
My take: I don't even think Maverick fans are the worst off because they can still definitely trade Anthony Davis and get something back. I think Sixers.
I'm talking about in sports.
Yeah, I'm saying you're saying Browns versus the Mavericks. I don't even think the Mavericks are the worst from the NBA side of things. I think the 76ers are way worse off than the Dallas Mavericks. I think the Dallas Mavericks fans can at least have some hope at the end of the tunnel of maybe we can trade Anthony Davis to get something, anything that we actually like. While the Sixers, they're just they're fucked. They're fucked. They're legitimately fucked.
I told you this before.
It's the Sixers and maybe the Suns, but I think I might push the Mavericks over the Suns. But the Sixers,
the Browns. Do you know you don't watch football? Do you know anything about what happens with the Browns?
I stopped watching football when
I know.
Yeah, dark days. No.
So a little rundown for you. So the Browns, how long ago? Maybe 4 years now. Maybe 3. Hold up. I think 3 years up to this point. They traded for a quarterback. And they spent all this money, all this guaranteed money on this quarterback. Coming off injury and some legal issues. Only for when they get him to be charged with was it sexual conduct or something at like massage parlors. So they're in the yes. So they are still paying him, and he's trash. He can't even play football right now. So they're paying him like millions of dollars just to sit on the bench. Then now they're telling their friends, they're like, you know what? We're gonna build a new stadium, and we're gonna pay half, and you guys are your taxes gonna pay the other half. I would be so sick. That happened to me as a fan. I was like, ain't no way you guys are making me pay for a stadium for a bad team. No way. I couldn't do it.
Hey,
I'll have to move.
Sometimes you gotta make your team look pretty if you want to have better results.
Pretty for what? They're in salary hell. They're still paying the alleged predator.
Hey man, have the best of us. Even if my team was bad, I wish the Nuggets had some type of facility, our new arena.
They're gonna be bad though for years.
Hey, look pretty while you're bad.
Not on my money.
Shit, man, you're gonna have to pay anyway. Pay every time.
Or they should be giving away these tickets. That's what I have to say. That's all I have to say about this. We can go into the third segment.
Finally, how long we been in these first two segments?
Listen, when we don't have jam,
minutes. Oh my god,
we don't have jam. We need jam.
Also, shout out the one Spotify follower we got.
Yo, shout out.
Cool. Let's get to that third segment. We shall be right back. Okay, we are back. For our third segment,
our penultimate segment,
our best segment. What do you think is everyone's favorite segment on the podcast?
I think everyone's favorite segment is either segment 3 or segment 1.
You think so?
Because I feel like sometimes segment 1 hits. Because like, what random shit are they going to start talking about today? But then segment 3 is like fun games.
I agree. I think segment 3 will probably be the favorite. I feel like segment 2 is the least favorite, but I feel like that's where most of the clippable stuff comes from.
Yeah.
And of course obviously we all love the movie Night.
We all love Starlight Witches. Luminous Witches.
We all love Luminous Witches. I think it's about time we watch the next 3 episodes ever. But cool. Segment 3, we have
that later.
We have hot takes. So that's the whole shtick. We're supposed to cultivate some hot takes and give them out, whatever. And then at the end of this, well, how should I say this? If you guys have hot takes, comment them down below. And we might read them next time. Maybe not. We might react. But yeah.
They gotta be real hot. They gotta be extra spicy.
Yeah. I want some legitimately.
I want some that's like scorching takes. Some burn.
I'm an open-minded person, so I need you to like really.
I want you to convince me.
Shock me. I don't know if you can convince me. I just want to be like, wow. What in your mind like made you write that? That's what I think. I think the hottest take. Well, I don't know if it was a hot take now that I think about it, but the craziest take I read was back on my personal channel when I found a hot take of like this person listing off all these animes they don't like, and the reason why it was so crazy was that there was such like different anime. I'm like, what do you even like? It's like you covered all the bases. You just don't like anime. So yeah, I wanted to hear some hot takes.
My first hot take. This one is going to really stir up some stuff. Like, actually, maybe not. It might not be a hot take. to some people. I feel like Goku could defeat Superman, and then Majin Buu might even be able to just wash Superman.
How do you think this?
He said, "How do I think this, or why do I think this?"
Why do you think this?
Listen, Chase. What is Superman's biggest weaknesses?
He has one. It's kryptonite.
And what's the other one?
He does have another weakness.
The secret one.
What?
Motherfucking magic.
He's not weak to magic.
He is weak to magic.
He's vulnerable to magic. Magic just affects him as much as it does everyone else.
All right, now hear me out.
Okay.
Goku. Son Goku. That hot boy Goku. Swag-ku himself. So one might say. You follow me?
I'm listening. I don't know if I'm following.
He knows the Mafuba technique, right?
Okay.
That seals people, no matter how strong they are.
Okay.
So if Goku, that Son Goku, hit Superman, Mafuba.
If he could hit Superman. Continue.
I don't see why he wouldn't be able to, but
because Superman's way faster than Goku. Continue.
Listen, but magic. Anyways, we're talking about magic.
We're talking about magic. I'm sitting here with you.
I've seen Superman take hits that he doesn't think was gonna hit him, but hey, Superman is sealed up in a bottle.
But we're talking about locked in Superman now. So are we talking about like they're fighting each other to the death? Or we're just like, yeah, man, these two characters as their characters
defeat Superman.
Defeat?
Yeah.
Well, even then, Superman got to lock in. He can't be defeated. He's like, man, this guy's kind of moving different from my usual enemies. It's time for me to lock in.
Majin Buu
locked in.
Also
Superman
used magic.
Never lost. Okay.
Also, malleable body. Punches don't do stuff. Regenerate comes back together like Play-Doh. Hard to fight.
Were these the two arguments?
Yeah. I'm cooking. And I'm serving.
So what? You want me to like rate them, or you want me to argue it?
I want you
what
to
do you
agree.
want from me? Well, I can't agree.
I want you to confirm my hot take is a good cat.
I don't know if I got that one in me, man. There was certainly some hot takes though. On a scale of like 1 to 10, 10 being hot, 1 just being like, eh. I think it's a solid like. I think the Goku one is a solid 6.5.
Mafuba.
6.5 to 7. Okay, 6.5 to 7. People love arguing Goku versus Superman. I don't think it's that close, but people like it. I think Buu with Superman is definitely like a 9 out of 10 in terms of hot takes. I never heard the Buu argument.
Listen, Buu,
so I'll give it to you.
Magic, turn Superman into
you keep on bringing up this magic thing. If magic was this big of a deal, Superman would not be weird.
Listen, they just don't hit him with magic. Yo, Superman versus Magic Wizard Mickey Mouse? I don't know. Mickey Mouse might pull out.
He might.
Superman versus Natsu? Call it right there. Call the fight right there.
Maybe, man. Maybe.
Magic.
Sorry, you're... the basis of your argument being magic when he's not even weak to it. It's just crazy.
Anything is possible with magic. Actually, you want to know a hot take I do? I do feel more inclined to talk about.
Let's hear it.
Yo, Gojo versus when Onihime might beat him up badly. Yes.
Who the fuck is Oda?
From Bleach.
Oh, okay.
One of the most broken abilities.
Of course, this guy is on Team Bleach.
Listen, no. Hear me out.
Everyone out there is so surprised that the Bleach fan.
Hear me out. Onihime's ability is so broken, but he given to a person who doesn't want to be a combatant is crazy.
Does that mean that Gojo will win?
No, because she has weird feats as a non-combatant that will make it a hard fight for Gojo. First off, people are going to say, "Oh, Gojo has unlimited." Her ability rejects phenomenon, meaning space itself. So that nullified. People are like, "Oh, Gojo can attack her." She has, I don't know why she's quick enough. But she has reacted and blocked some of the most strongest people attacking Bleach. And it's just weird. Now, if she was to lock in, she's dusting Gojo easy as a combatant. If she was to lock in, train, light work.
Well, JJK fans out there, how do you feel about that hot take?
She gonna turn him into a Kit Kat bar for real. 3 pieces.
I give it a solid 5 out of 10.
Fucking, what's your hot take? Give me a hot take.
I don't think people in JJK are that strong to begin with.
They're not.
So I'm
just saying.
My bar for people beating them is not too high.
I would say it works because out of the big 3, Bleach might scale the highest. But I'm just using Onihime, who is viewed as the most useless, one of the more useless female characters, which I disagree with. Because if she doesn't want to fight, if she has a broken ability, then she doesn't want to fight. Don't be like, she should be out here training and fighting these people. That's her choice. Anyways, but no hot take. You made me. I came up with those hot takes on the fly. Okay. I didn't really do them up. I didn't write
anything down. Just on the top of my head.
Don't you got a Sonic hot take you want to say?
I guess I can get to that later. I guess the biggest hot take I got right now is that I don't know.
He said something wild, guys. I'm scared. He didn't say a hot take. He said a hot statement.
But true statement out there. Everyone, you don't know what I said, but trust me, it was.
I'm based. You don't want to hear what he said.
It was. I'll say it again.
Please don't. I like not having to be on a list.
I'm not saying I'm gonna do it. I'm just saying, wouldn't it be funny? I'm kidding. Okay, I'm done. But I'm gonna say, in 4 years, you guys can hear it.
It has to cook a little bit.
Say that again.
It has to cook a little bit.
Yeah, we gotta let it simmer for a couple of years. But for the Sonic one, what could be a good Sonic take? Okay, what about this? This is not anime related. I'm sorry, everyone.
I like Amy and Shadow together.
Yeah, turbo take.
No, I think that's about.
I'm trying to argue with these. Legit, it's always the same thing with everybody.
What? Sally, Acorns, and Sonic, and Shadow and Amy. I ship it.
Okay, so I think the faces of video games is Mario, Sally,
Pokemon,
Kirby.
No, I wouldn't say Kirby that much. Face up what video games?
I'll take. I'm done.
Okay.
Oh.
Defensive. Okay. Even though you was like shitting on my Superman one, but okay.
I'm waiting for you to finish. What did you want me to say?
You're saying like he's not weak to magic, but I was like, hey.
How's that shitting on it? I'm telling you the information.
And I'm telling you the information about Kirby.
What's the information about Kirby?
Because I don't think Kirby's that popular.
That's biased. That's biased. I'm giving you unbiased information.
I'm giving you not unbiased.
Listen to the guy. You hear this? You hear this? You hear this? The Dragon Ball and Bleach fan is over here talking about how much Bleach will beat Gojo. Sorry, not Bleach. How Bleach? Fuck it. I'm not gonna say Bleach. How Odan would beat Gojo. How Superman, Boo, and Goku would beat Superman. Like shocker, we get it. Mario, Kirby, Pikachu, Sonic, man. Top 4 of the verse.
I'm gonna cook your whole point right now.
Okay.
It's definitely not Sonic.
Definitely Sonic, man.
Definitely not Sonic. Is not included.
Definitely Sonic.
For video games?
Yep.
What genre of video games or video games in general?
Every single video game that ever was made.
Sonic is not in that category.
Yep. He's number 4. And then the second tier, I'm willing to put Tetris. I'm willing to put Pong. And I'm willing to put Grand Theft Auto and Sims. And then tier right below that, I'm willing to put Fortnite and Roblox and Minecraft. Fuck Minecraft. Okay, replace.
I would say Minecraft is more up there than Sonic.
Nah, Sonic's there, man. I already said it.
Nah.
Replace. I already said it. Confirmed. Locked in. Replace Minecraft with
what about Call of Duty?
With Pong. Call of Duty could stay down there. That's just ass.
But that's a biased opinion.
Yeah, it's my hot take. What the fuck? It's my hot take. My argument wasn't that you were biased in your hot take. I'll say I was giving you unbiased information about Superman's weaknesses.
What about Link? I honestly feel like Link is more up there than Kirby currently.
I highly actually
with the Breath of the Winds.
Breath of the Wild.
Breath of the
Legend of Zelda definitely like has a claim for being like one of the biggest Nintendo franchises, sure. That this is the serious take. It's just that I think for a wide populace of people, I don't think as big of a community is as big of a fan of Legend of Zelda as they are Kirby. Kirby is like anyone could play Kirby. Legend of Zelda, I've known all my friends who I know love video games and love Nintendo. I know like 3 people who really love, and one of them huge Legend of Zelda fans. But overall, I only know like 3 people who really like Legend of Zelda because of how like difficult I guess the games could be. Well, Kirby.
But I'm talking about the casuals.
Play. Even the casuals.
I don't see that many casuals getting Kirby games.
Okay, that can't be true.
People like I have a Link hat, and I get more comments by people who don't really play video games about it. Like, oh, I like that. Isn't that like from Breath of the Wild? But no, it's just Link. And these are like old people as well. I think Link is up there. I think fucking to say fucking Soul games as a concept, but I'll put those at the second, third tier. But definitely not Sonic. Sonic's not up there. Even though I love Sonic Adventures. Sonic Adventures, I would say Sonic is like tier 2.
Sonic has
those bad games.
What bad games? What do you think are bad Sonic games?
Sonic and the rings, the black rings. I didn't like that. Sonic and the fucking
Sonic and the secret rings is bad?
Yes. I did not like.
Nah. There's this
Werehogs. The whole Wii age.
Yeah,
Sonic,
this is what I mean.
Man.
So there's this thing that happened where after Sonic 06 came out, Sega had decided, not Sega, Sonic Team has decided to try to like
do these more ambitious video games with Sonic, which was Sonic Unleashed, Secret Rings, and the Black Knight, I think is the name, where it was still being shadowed by the fact that Sonic 06 was so bad that a lot of people
I like Sonic 06.
Okay, that a lot of people went on to say, yeah, man, these 3 games are also bad. But every single person who has played it in an older age, like however old you want to be, 16 plus, sure.
So you telling me if I
all
played
agree
it
that
now,
these games are legitimately like fun games. Now, me personally, I had the same exact experience. Hold on, I had the same exact experience of like I hated Sonic Unleashed, and I also hated the. I want to say it's called the Black Knight. I'm pretty sure it's called the Black Knight.
It's called the Black Knight.
Black Knight?
Yes.
So I hated Sonic Unleashed and the Black Knight. And these are 2 games that I played more semi-recently. I was like, you know what? I was kind of a Google Gaga baby. These games are actually pretty fun. And for Unleashed, specifically the non-Werehog stages, I did hear that the Werehog stages were much better outside the Wii games. But yeah, like, these are all games that are legitimately good Sonic games. Now, the actual bad Sonic games, like Sonic Boom, Rise of Lyric, or like Sonic Lost World, which are just kind of like uninspired, boring games, sure. But like those 3 games that came right after Sonic 06, they're not bad video games.
Or Sonic, the color one.
Sonic Colors was fun. Sonic Colors was the game that like made people finally start to ease up on Sonic. when they stopped being super ambitious, just kind of went for a more simplistic Sonic idea for their video game. Because right after Sonic Colors was Sonic Generations. Mm-hmm. Sonic Colors was just kind of like finally we finally got what we want. We got Sonic.
And then, like
Sonic Generations came out.
Sonic Forces kind of was hype, and
Sonic Forces is also pretty bad. I kind of forgot Sonic.
It didn't live up, yeah.
But Sonic Forces was also
you talking about like.
But yeah, I would like I don't think they have anywhere near for their mainline games. I feel like they only have legit 3 bad games that I could point to. I want to say they have 2 boom.
Maybe 5 or 6.
But then name those 6.
Name 6?
Yeah, because you just named those.
All right, so that's 3. Yeah, Unleashed, okay. Rings, Black Sword, Colors, Forces, and Generations. That's 6.
What are you talking? Generations? What are you talking about? What?
Generations is that.
Okay, everyone. We do not claim Ace as a Sonic fan. We do not claim Ace as a Sonic fan.
We can switch it for 06. I like 06, but you
and
said
that's fine. I'm also a fan of 06. Saying Sonic Generations is bad is crazy. Out of all of those, I'm fine if you want to call the Black Knight all those bad. And a lot of people heavily disagree now, but sure. If you want to say that, you still want to stick with it, fine. Colors was kind of crazy, but I was like, you know what? I get it. Some people don't like Colors for whatever reason. Generations is crazy. What do you mean? Out of all the names, I was not expecting to get Generations as one of them. The game that legitimately like got Sonic out of the rut for real in the eyes of the general populace.
I stand on business.
Yeah, okay. We do not claim Ace as a Sonic fan over here.
I've been playing Sonic for too long. I think what's funny. I think I actually played every Sonic game except
every mainline one or every single Sonic.
Every mainline one.
Okay.
Because I had on the Sega, the original Sega. I had 1, 2 Sonic, the first Sonic, the second Sonic, and the Knuckles ones. And then I also had on the remake on the PlayStation 2. I played both Sonic Adventures, the first one and the second one. I played 06. I enjoyed 06 for what it was, even though it was a fucking mess. But it was fun. Played Werehog. Did not enjoy that. Thought like, oh, maybe Black Rings will be the Rings ones will be cool. Story was interesting. Did not like playing it. Same thing with the Night one. Colors was like, I'm not getting this on my DS. Yeah, I've been rocking with Sonic for a while.
It's so crazy because No, what? Let me not. I'm not gonna get on this Sonic tangent.
The
last thing I would say.
I have a hot take.
The turbo takes. The last thing I want to say about Sonic, and this is not necessarily geared towards you, even though you did say it. There's also other people who specifically don't like those games after 06. Just in terms of like the video games writing Sonic as a character until more recently, I think Sonic Unleashed, the Black Knight, and the Secret Rings was like some of the best Sonic writing we got for him as a character since the adventure games. So I think I implore everyone, if you don't want to play the games, that's fine. Especially Unleashed, I hear, even though I hated the Werehog stages in the Wii version, I hear they're much better in the console versions. I do hear there's way more grinding in the console versions, which I don't grind anymore, man. I retired after Pokemon, so that's a big thing. So if you don't want to play the games, at least like watch just watch some of the cutscenes and just appreciate the writing for Sonic as a character.
Listen.
End it off.
You're saying that Sonic is over Link? When Link was hitting bangers after bangers? Legend of Zelda, banger.
Boring.
Link to the Past, banger.
Boring.
Link to Event Awakening, banger.
Boring.
Ocarina of Time, banger.
Fine.
I was like, if you say boring. Majora's Mask, bangers.
Good.
You said what?
Good.
I thought you said mid.
Only Legend of Zelda games I'm a big fan of when Breath of the Wild, Four Swords, and
Wind Waker, banger.
Wind Waker. That's it. But anyway, it's too long. This takes me too long. No. Sorry, no. Look at this. Takes me too long. We're gonna. I'm not having a 2-hour thing. The final whole thing, the whole take was Mario, Kirby, Sonic, and whatever the fuck I said. Mario, Kirby, Sonic, Pikachu. That's it. Right there, 1 out of 10. Hurry up.
And leave your comments down below.
Have any other hot takes that you need to get off right now?
I have one that I like one. It's I seen this recently, just yesterday. So the people in Naruto, they can do all this tech work to give Naruto his arm, but they can't give my guy legs. Are you serious?
He just likes to be on the grind.
What?
He likes to stay humble. He's like,
nah.
We saw what I could do with my legs. I need to keep myself humble.
I don't believe that.
Madara himself respected me. Let me stay humble. And I'm not trying to outshine the MC. Our MC, the GOAT, Boruto Uzumaki.
Because it's not like he doesn't get active, because he will get active even though he's retired. It's like, why don't you just give him legs? Just give him new legs.
He doesn't need the legs, man.
Or not even new legs. You can just fix his fucking spinal cord.
Yeah, man.
If you out here making a functional arm that can absorb chakra for Naruto, y'all can fix this motherfucker's spine, because he was a goddamn legend in a war.
Hey, man, to be fair, even in real life, it's easier to fix an arm than a leg.
Naruto's don't respect their veterans. It's clear.
As they shouldn't. I hate this Naruto design.
Baryon mode.
Yeah, I don't think I like how it goes into his hair. It's bothering me.
You know what the furry?
Nah, I don't think I'm fucking with it. I think this is over designed. Looking at this. Hey, you know what? Maybe shout out. Yeah, maybe a little shout out to Dragon Ball Z for never really over designing their Super Saiyan modes. This is
fuck Super Saiyan 3, Super Saiyan 4 Diamond. Fuck that shit.
You brought this up.
That's a hot take. I know that's a hot take. Fuck that shit. I want more people to know my dislike for it.
Anything else?
No, that's it. Because the other Naruto take is going to take too long.
Yeah, I don't think we have a fucking take on that.
I can talk to you, but I want that off camera.
Let's see. Anything else, man? everyone's favorite anime is not that good.
Including your own.
Yeah.
Hmm.
I mean, I don't know about anime, but at least for cartoons, my favorite cartoon, not Scooby-Doo, is the Steven Universe, and most people can hear me fucking rant about all the flaws of Steven Universe at any time of day. So I'm definitely willing to criticize that shit. Same for all the animes that I like, I guess. Everyone just you have the ability to take a step back and criticize your favorite media, and you should practice it more. At the very least, so you can then think of some bullshit to come up with to protect your point. And yeah, that's all I really got, man. All you got for hot takes?
Yep.
Cool. But yeah, again, leave your hot takes down below. Talk shit about Sonic all you want. Talk shit about Bleach. Whatever the fuck we talk about in these hot takes section. And leave your hot takes down below. We may or may not talk about it next podcast. Probably not next one, because the way that we like record these is kind of weird. We're like, right? Because by the time this is uploaded,
it's always going to be a 2-week gap.
Yeah. By the time this is upload, we upload like the day after we record. So yeah, it might be 2 weeks. Yeah, but we'll talk about it eventually. But yeah, with that being said, we shall be right back. I almost said
whoa, living on a train.
We are back.
Wait, Nate wants to battle his doing stuff?
Movie night. Woo, we did movie night. Excuse me, sorry. Last week we, how do we say this? Last week we tasked you guys with watching the first 3 episodes of Heavenly Delusion. Heavenly Delusion. How did you feel about the anime, H-chan?
Bro, this anime was wild. It was just like, from one thing, I have notes. I don't know if you do.
Nope.
But all right, it's just like, I watched to episode 4 because I just needed to know if something was gonna happen. And it kind of did, but it also just confused me more with new information. So I'm definitely gonna have to finish this by tomorrow or something. But you want to go through it, my notes with me?
Sure, man.
Immediately I write these notes as I'm watching it live, and I'll pause it and like so I can get my ideas out there. So immediately as I'm watching episode 1, I'm like, this shit is giving me Promised Neverland vibes off that. Did you get that?
Yeah. It was giving me that type of idea, yeah.
So I didn't know where I was going to go with this. It was like, oh, is this supposed to be like a dystopian world and these are the characters? But I don't know what they're doing with that part. And I was like, fuck a surprise test, because that's disrespectful. That was.
Yeah.
I was like, oh yeah, if you've been paying attention, you pass. No, you should have told me so I could study harder. Stupid ass shit. And I put like 2020 toilet paper coming in a clutch because they found untouched toilet paper. And now I'm thinking about
when I saw that, I was like, that looked too new.
That's what I was thinking too. Especially compared to the dead bodies in the room. I was like, I feel like that would start degrading within the plastic. Ain't no way that new enough for
the toothbrush. I don't know. For how bad the house looked, the 2 items they found looked very normal. Clean.
And it's weird knowing what we know later on about you that her. I forgot her name or their name using the bathroom, which is. Yeah. And then I was like, damn, they eating weeds. They really out here struggling. I was like, they really thought like I'm a cook up. And it was funny. They got attacked by the bandits. And I wrote like, bro really said, cause of Big Pop. I had to cry.
So I watched this at 1.5 times speed. And I'm not gonna lie, the fight scenes and that speed just look natural. It looked good. So I went back and I watched it at the regular speed. And I was like, this doesn't hit the same. So now I feel like all animes need to animate their
Speed up the fight
faster. That should look kind of hype that way. I don't know. I don't know how to explain it. It just looks nice.
What's crazy was like they pulled out the gun and the guy was like, hold up, that's a fake gun from this distance. Like, I can tell. I'm like, aren't you the guys that still like thought they were both girls from that distance? I'm not trusting that boy's eyes. And I put in there, I was like, all right, let's see how this plays out. Someone like, yo, that's a fake gun. Let's get them. Nearly got shot. Crazy.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe I guess it. Well, no, it's not. So the fact that there's man eaters around, like these weird, not normal stuff, I don't think I would ever trust anything that it looks remotely like a gun. I don't know what the fuck y'all be having out here anymore.
I know. I'm like, oh, that's not a gun. I'm like, bro, hey, what are you looking at? And then it gets to the scene. They find a house, the little inn house. And as I'm like, first of all, I'm grateful they did like the they did the age confirmation. That he's 15 and then she's 18 or 20. She doesn't remember. Because the next part was just like, would have felt weird. Because I'm watching and I'm like, oh, she's scarred up. I was like, okay, that's interesting. And then it got really weird because she started trying to kiss her reflection.
The only weird thing for me was...
You didn't think that was weird?
Kiss her own reflection? No. It only got weird.
But naked trying to kiss her reflection? Okay.
No. I think it only got weird later when it turns out that...
We'll get to that in a minute. We'll get to that.
Hey, man, maybe
I want to lead up to this.
Starving for affection.
Man, she's like, you ever look at yourself and you look good? Like, man, I can kiss myself.
Hell yeah. All the time.
And then I was like, bro got objectified. I'm here for you, king. When she's like, oh, he's just the object of my protection. I'm like, damn.
Valid.
I feel hurt. I was like, we I know it's Women's History Month, but we can't objectify men just because. No objectifying here. That's crazy. All right, episode 2 comes in, and then I was like, I'm looking at this notes like, why'd I put Eiyuu? What they doing over there? Episode 2 opens up, and the kids at the facility, he just walking around. He sees 2 of the girls kissing. I was like, what are they doing over this?
You know, when I first saw it, my mind immediately went to like, so are these like all just like super like closed off individuals who are just like discovering what sex is for the first time? Because like legitimately, the like everything about them, the decisions they make, the emotions they feel, the things they do, I'm like, this is just not normal. This is not like a normal, like,
this is
I don't
not
know
a
how
normal
old y'all
environment.
are. Y'all look about preteen to like young teens, maybe oldest like 15, 16. It just feels like you guys haven't experienced a lot. And like now, and like these adults are robots. I don't think I've seen an adult yet.
No, it's an adult. There's our adults there, but you don't see them till like episode 3.
Maybe they, of course, they're just, sheltering you from whatever. I don't know. And because of this, you guys are like, to be blunt, like gaining hormones and don't know how to deal with it. Because y'all are like acting crazy.
Yes. I was like, episode 2, I was like, everybody at the school is a crash out. Because after that, he gets upset because he sees the one girl who got the painting of the fish, which comes into. He threw girl out the chair.
Oh, he's like, you're such a crybaby. I was like, are you in love with it? Like, you love your big bro or something? Like, I don't know what that was. Of course, the person got the nudie. I'm like, what?
So I was like, this school is wild.
I'm like, man, y'all got hormones all at the same time, and it's hitting y'all hard. It's like, Jesus. Yo, Jesus Christ.
I was like, the whole chair part was like, how you just go walk up to her? Like, you're not even really mad at her. You just get the fuck out there.
Yeah.
And she's just nonchalant about it. I was like, I would have to fight him. Because I thought he liked her. But it's not. That's not it. But okay, then, yeah, like you said, the whole him getting nudies. I'm like, bro, this is wild. All right, then we get to the tomato farm, which I'll put like, bro, this is hella sketchy. They are too happy. Turns out, Tomato Heaven is like Stardew Valley, and they're just getting high at night. I was like, okay, nah, that makes sense.
Oh yeah, brother.
They're farming in the day, smoking weed at night. All right, that makes sense why they're just too happy. And then bro has 0 riz, and he just like try to assault her. And I'm like, bro, what?
Wait, sorry, say that again?
I said, bro had 0 riz, and he just assaulted her.
Oh.
Because that's the part when they're on the ship. He's like, he confessed. He's like, I like you. And then he just started trying to kiss her and like get on top of her. I'm like, bro, what are you doing? And then she hit him with the, I'm really a man. That killed me. That killed me inside.
So again, I think I said this last episode. I already knew.
You know she was a man?
Yeah. Because I remember I said that there was 3 things that I remember. I remember seeing their faces. I remember him calling her sis a lot. And I also remember her like saying that she's actually a boy. So it's like, well, this is confusing. Like, what the fuck is? Because these are like all different clips.
I thought that was a joke at that point, and like when it first happened in episode 1. And as I'm like watching this, I'm like, she is moving like a
Yeah, I remember all this. So when she said that in the first episode, I was like, oh, okay, I'm still kind of confused, but let's hear it out. And then, said it later in the episode 3, they explained it more. That's okay. The 3 questions I had all got answered in the first
episode 3. Episode 3 made everything a lot more weirder in my head.
How so?
First of all, the guy, what was it that they were looking for? Black hair guy? Yeah, no, black hair guy. He gave him, if you guys watch this, don't listen to the advice he gave them. I'm like, never look your opponent in the eye. Always look at their shoulder. That is bad advice. You always look at your opponent in the eye because their eye gives it away. Anyways, that's besides the point. And then as I'm writing, I'm like, did bro fuse with his sister? I was like, oh no, it's weird. Cause then the little brother get attacked and eaten by the monster.
Yeah, that nigga got.
Yeah, I was like, he had heart. He had that little crossbow with a bow. I'm like, all right, you got heart, but okay. And it just got weird because it reminded me of what the lady in episode 2 said, like when she was telling them, like, bro, I know you guys are smart, but incest is not the way. And episode 3 just reconfirmed that. Because, bro, so we don't know how they switch or if they even switch at all. Because I put later in my notes, like, it could be still the sister and she just, like, mentally went off. Now she thinks she's her brother, like the nurses said. Or it could actually be her brother in her body, which is still weird. Which is weird because then he's like, he started doing stuff. And I don't know how to feel about that. Well, I know how to feel about that, but I don't know why they showed us that. Chase.
You want my real answer?
Yes.
Okay. So sometimes in stories,
I think I know where you're going to go with this.
I just think I don't know if you do.
I think I do, but keep going.
I feel like I'm not that confident what I'm about to say. Sometimes the stories, it's just kind of like show like depravity of some type. I think I think a lot of this could just be like legitimate mental issue. Sorry, like how should I say this? It's like, are they related for real?
Yes, that's his sister.
Okay, so like
that, and he said he did it. He started.
Say it, man.
I didn't know he was gonna have to do another.
Say it, man.
I didn't know he started. He started. Yeah, that, and he was like, "Oh, at least I have this to make me feel close to my sister." I'm like, "What are you doing?"
Man. I think it's just like a lot of these people just got some mental issues, like legitimately. Bro, that game. I think that's the best way I can say it. Like, I think bro, like, had a very traumatic thing happen back to back, which is pretty much get eaten. Like 80% of his body was eaten, and he was still somehow awake for a couple seconds of it. I don't know how that works, but still. If you guys didn't watch it, like legitimately, he was just head, neck, and like his upper chest.
Because I feel like how it was eating him, like it's eating the arm, so the pressure is keeping the blood like within there. So he was just like a paraplegic, and once he got disconnected, that's when he started dying faster. But still, like even like before that, and the friends was like, "Yo, he's." She needs to stay away from the doctor, but he also is a little too into his sister. And he is like, it brought me back to like him kissing wanting to kiss a reflection of his sister while he's naked. Oh my!
Yeah, I think everyone has some mental issues. You ever read a story? Oh fuck me! I want to say Miku read it before. But there is this Reddit story of, I want to say it was like this brother and sister who like lived in Hawaii or some shit, and then they got like an alert that a nuke was coming or something. Like it was like the end of the world basically.
And
like I can't remember why they believed it so hard, but like they had reasons for why, like, oh shit, this is like legit real. And then they was like, fuck, since I think they were like, since we're going to die, we're both virgins, and then they fucked each other. Now,
I still couldn't do that.
Now, of course, since we're all here, they were fine. So the next
their mental health wasn't.
The next day, they were like, oh, this is awkward and all that. But I just remember thinking, like, why was this your first thing that you wanted to do?
I don't think I would ever. If any of this happened to me, I don't think I would be that depraved in my head. I don't know. And then, bro,
it had to be something you thought. Same for the kid and his sister and this. Like, this had to always be in your mind of like,
yes,
my sister's kind of bad. Like, it had to be. Like,
and then the other guy made a good point. He was like, he's like, the reason why he didn't want him to kiss him or like have feelings for her, because he's like, yeah, because I'm a guy up here. And the guy was like, then why do you like fantasize being like the other guy that you're looking for? He's like, oh no, he's just my mentor. I was like, I've never blushed for a mentor.
I'm not gonna lie, I was about to go like full, yeah man, trans icon until the third episode hit. I'm like, ugh.
This boy is the ick.
I was like, whoa, hold on, what's happening?
I was like, the situation, ick, his mindset, ick, everything about him, ick.
Yeah.
He got feeling for the one guy he's looking for, and he wants to be with, technically want to be with him.
Yeah.
In his sister's body, ick.
Oh wait, maybe the kid, not the kid, but like the brother is 18 and the sister's 20.
Yeah, that's why I was like, it makes sense why he was like keep getting his mind with the numbers.
Yeah.
Because and then the drunk was the monster that attacked them.
Yeah. Look at that.
Yeah, I was like, oh wait,
putting pieces together.
Yes, you didn't notice that?
No, I was watching at 1.5 times speed.
You didn't know you didn't notice the fish had hands?
A little late. No. I was running out just a tiny bit late.
Now
Yeah.
I'm gonna add. I'm gonna give you guys a bonus, interest bonus with episode 4. Episode 4, I'm gonna do it quick. Episode 4, the white haired kid at the facility, he gets out. Like he gets in the vents with another kid, and they get to go see. She was like, "Oh yeah, let's go see some babies." And I'm like, "Are they just breeding them?" You seen that part?
No, I didn't see episode 4, but you mentioned the end of episode 3 or sometime episode 3.
Something is going to be real kids. No, she takes them to an infirmary that has these man eaters as kids. Oh. No face. I'm like, okay, this is weird. And he's like, oh, they're so adorable. And then as they leave, because they think they're getting caught, which I think the robot that like watches over them is helping them because she had them invisible on the camera. But that's besides the point. The things start saying his name, which is weird. So I'm like, first of all, so are they making these and sending them out into the world to make the world a worse place? That's wild. Next thing, what was the next? It was something else weird that happened. We get to a point in the facility, the one kid that's dying in wheelchair, he's coughing. And then the white haired kid that crashed down through girl on the floor, right? Mm. He's having a meltdown because he was like, I don't understand why all these people are having like liking each other, kissing, and all this other stuff. So he's crashing out because he sees the guy who got that was a whole scene. The guy who got the new, he asked the girl like, oh, did you delete the picture? Because I don't have it anymore, which is weird. And she's like, I don't know what you're talking about. And he's like, he sent a picture, and he's like, and he confessed to her. He was like, I like you. She's like, all right, what is that? He was like, I kind of just want to keep you in my room and not let you go. And she was like, okay, cool. As long as that doesn't mean like if it's not too long. Then he got bold. He was like, and I kind of want to undress you and lick you. And then she's like, oh, are you trying to eat me? He's like, not necessarily eat you. I was like, what the fuck is these conversations?
Hey man, they're learning how to flirt.
No, because they later on in the episode 4 confirmed like we have never taught them this stuff, and they're just doing it.
Yeah, like, they're learning.
They're learning, man.
This is what I'm trying to say is that if you have no basis on anything and you're like legitimately exploring these emotions that you're having for the first time, you have nothing to base it on. You're just saying what like you kind of are feeling. So like saying like, yeah, man, I kind of just want to like bring you to my room and keep you there. It's like, yeah, that sounds crazy.
No.
That sounds really weird, but I'm saying that makes sense.
No, I get that part. I'm talking about like the kissing part. It's like, how did they discover what kissing is? No one taught them that.
That's like something that people, even if you weren't taught, could eventually get to that point of like it happens. And you're like, wow, that felt kind of nice, and then you do it again.
I don't know. Kissing is kind of, I feel like social. Then.
I mean, like, how do you think anybody learned how to kiss then? We got to this point somehow, like as a society.
I don't know. And then, as he's crashing out because he overhears this conversation, he sees the other two girls kissing again and running off. He goes to the guy that's drawing. He's like crashing out, like, "Oh no, this is this," and he's the guy who's explaining like, "Yeah, sometimes you're gonna eventually." Want to find somebody that wants to touch you. You want to let touch you. And I'm like, bro, this is getting weirder. The kid confesses like, yo, I want you to be that person. And the guy who draws, he's like, the guy who draws, he's like, yeah, I want to be that person for you as well. And then before they get to that part, what makes him really crash out is because the guy that was sick and that was coughing, he went to go see him, and then they had a moment and he was trying to kiss him, and that's what made him crash out. Fast forward back to that part when they're saying that the kid is dying, he's on his last breath, and he's telling like, "Yo, it's okay if you didn't feel XYZ, but you gotta escape this place. This place is dangerous." I don't know how to keep up with this story.
Hold on, sorry. I forgot what I was about to say. But did you like it?
Yeah, because now I gotta figure out how this, because this is like driving me crazy.
How many coffee sips?
I gotta give it a 9 because it made me watch episode 4.
I'm gonna give it a 8.7. Okay, we've gone for 2 hours. I'm gonna have to edit more than usual. I'm just gonna cut out this whole third part. I'm sorry,
cut out the whole third part.
Cutting down Sonic, cutting down episode 4 thoughts. Here's the options for what we got. We got this thing. I'm not reading. This is a long ass name unless you pick it. Daryl, a 30-year-old dark soldier and capable. This is book club, everyone. We're gonna do first 15 chapters. Daryl, a 30-year-old dark soldier and capable of using magic, gets discharged from a demon army due to his incompetence. His journey takes a drastic turn as he embarks on a new life at a human village.
My guy.
We got Zijai, whoever the fuck this is. This is a comedy, etchy fantasy slice of life. After a sudden transformation, grants Luo Yuchen. Yeah, well, I was copying all the names down.
Okay.
After a sudden transformation, grants Luo Yuchen the ability to become a stunning girl. His life takes an unexpected turn as he navigates this newfound power. The enigmatic girl responsible for this upheaval makes her appearance, plunges his routine into disarray. And then the last one, it's long ass names. I'm not even gonna attempt to read this one either. But the premise is, after sacrificing his life to save a young man finds himself reincarnated in a new world and taken in by an extraordinary old man. Unbeknownst to him, the old man is not your average individual, but a clueless hero devoid of common sense. As time passes, the boy matures and unexpectedly gathers a harem around him. And this is also adventure, comedy, edgy, fantasy, romance, slice of life. And here are the 3 names.
So I need to see how this is spelled. Me too. I know I've seen the first one as an anime, and my guy is in there. He's a goat. I need to see these because I might have seen this third one as well. What is this? I have not seen the third one. Anyway,
long ass.
What are you feeling so far?
I could go with any of them.
I thought you said you can go without any of them.
No, I could go with any of them. We don't have to do any of this next episode.
You know what? You guys deserve a break. Let's not.
You guys deserve a break. We don't need to continue the book club.
Yo, I'll let you pick.
Let's go with the last one. Hold on. Do I want to do this? Sure, why not? It's called. Let's make sure this is easy to find. It's on Manga Dex. I mean, it's on all of the websites you can legally get your manga. It's honestly pretty new. What? Maybe it came out 3 years ago, but the newest chapter 25, came out 7 months ago.
Are we gonna discover a new banger? Maybe.
Wait. So this came out 3 years ago. What's the last chapter? 7, 7, 8. Okay, so between no, I'm being stupid. And English. It looks like there's a big gap at some point. Or maybe this came out a while ago, and then they just translated it. Because wherever language
from
is
episode
Indonesian.
5 to like 6, there's like a. Actually, no, like Indonesian is like 3.
Yeah, Indonesia chapter 21 was 3 years ago, and then they translated it in English 8 months ago.
Yeah, like
completed.
Should we do 25? Or just do 15? If we do 15,
I don't think 25 is the end of it, but we can do 25.
It says publication 2020 completed. It says it's done.
No, yeah, because I'm saying like they put up the which one was this? We said again, what fucking Indonesian chapter 21 3 years ago. So
yeah, it sounds like you got kind of 3 years ago.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like this might. Oh yeah, probably because
it says finished even on
25. Let's do 25.
Any list. Oh, fuck me, bro. On any list, it says it started in 2017 and it ended October 30th, 2018.
How long is
5 volumes, 64 chapters. That's what I mean.
Oh, no, we're doing 15. Chapter 1 is 13.
Well, the thing is, the thing with these manga, or most mangas, like their first 3 chapters are usually pretty fucking long, and then they shorten it up. But we're gonna do because every time I try to be responsible, like, yeah, man, I'm gonna make sure to read all of this way before time. So even chapter 7 is 31 pages. Never mind, we're doing 15, everyone.
Yeah, that's really.
We're doing 15, and I don't blame y'all if you only hit 10. Okay, that's it. I usually ask, but no, I'm just gonna say this is the end of the podcast.
Bye.
It's been 2 hours. Excuse me.
No,
make sure to check out everyone's channels down below. Chase API, Shikigami A Shadow Ace 1. I don't know if you saw the 1. Danganronpa.
Fox.
What is it called? Danganronpa. Disordered Reality. That's jam stuff. Yeah, check out Fox.
leave another comment about Fox.
Yeah, leave more comments about Fox. And yeah, we'll see you guys next week. With that, the cafe is now closed.
Get out of here now.
Now. Like, legitimately, you cannot stay anymore.
You ain't gotta go home, but you gotta leave.
You have to leave. We're way past closing time. Y'all should be thanking us.
The last customer who reined in late, I'm looking at you.
Yeah. Midas. Okay, bye.